We have the camera set up on the rear view, and we're going to route the power cable and the rear camera cable through this here, part of the ceiling, the pillar, across the dash, and to the power source right here. And the rear view camera, we're going to bring it behind to the pillar in the back. And once back here, we're going to mount it right here and attach this power source to the rear light. To route the camera up there, we'll have to remove the paneling on this side. We'll have to remove this paneling so we can get our source of power. Alright, to remove these plugs right here, you want to purchase a trim molding set. And this will allow you to break as few of these as possible. And you don't want to pull them very hard, very quickly. Just want to kind of slowly work them in. If you have different kinds, you can get different angles and maybe even an easier way to pull them out. But you see, as I'm twisting it, they come out like that. So you can see they've got like little bars there. Once you take off all the grommets, this carpeting comes off and it exposes all the wires. Alright, so if we look over here, you gotta remove this paneling by just pulling it out. Those are the grommets, so pull firmly, but don't be violent. There we go. Oh, those were actually part of that panel, so glad we took it out. There we go. All of that comes out. Beautiful. Now that we have all the paneling removed, you can see I'll be routing the camera through already a hole that was in the car, except for mounting the camera. And as that comes through here, red and black has to attach to the reverse light, so the car knows when to turn on the rear view camera. And this is the camera cable. We'll follow that, and we're just going to use the same configuration the car used. And what we'll do here is the camera wire will just follow the camera in that direction, and we're going to tap into the rear view light, which is right here. So instead of tapping here, I can just follow this cable here. And what I did is I removed the wire cover, removed the tape. And you can tell for this car, all the grounds are attached in one spot. So it probably doesn't matter which black you take out of the line, they're all going to the same source. And it is likely that the black that comes from here is being routed the shortest direction right through here. So my wire's not long enough to get that far, so I'm going to tap into any of the blacks here. To identify which of the wires is your positive for the rear light, you can go by observing the color of the wire. You notice this one is brown with silver. However, I did try that, it didn't work. So what I suggest is try to measure twice, cut once, that way you minimize the amount of work you do. And what we have here is we know that this is the reverse light, because when we plug it in, we get a light that turns on, which is the reverse. So the way we're going to test it here is we're going to put the black to the ground. And we're going to check the wire. And if we got the correct wire, we should get some volts coming through. Then we know that's the correct wire. Alright, onto the camera again. So the camera cable is following this wire to the front, and as we peel off the molding here, and there comes the cable up for the lights. So we're going to pick up and we're going to feed the video camera cable through that pillar, through the top, over to the rear view. Once you've done all your routing, what I'm going to do for extra layer of protection is I'm going to wrap with electrical tape this wire, so in case of vibration noises, vibration frequencies, I don't want to wear this wire bare and then render it obsolete. I'm just not sure that drilling in plastic would be very safe if someone tried to take the camera. It'll just seem a little flimsy. So once you got your spot marked, you could put a little hole there. I got my pre-drill. Make the hole a little bigger. You don't want to make the hole too big or else the threads won't grab. Put in our screws. Alright, that camera is going nowhere. It's very sturdy. So we're going to have it go, let's see, through here, through the trim first, feed it through the hole. Now we can go ahead and place the trim, and this trim just snaps into place. And we'll go in underneath. See where that cable is. There's our camera cable, so we'll just pull it till it's taut. There we go. And we'll route that along as we can. Alright, so we got the wiring routed, and it's following the OEM license plate light and other lights. As we feed the camera wire, which is this black wire that goes through the back, you can fish it out the back here, and you're going to bring it through the grommet and through the pillar, continue through the pillar behind the glass, and then it comes out through there. So just know that there's a side curtain airbag through here. I didn't want any wires to go across the airbag because it would break, and it would probably damage the passenger. So what I'm doing is I'll route the wire below, right where the airbag stops. That's why I'll route the wire through, and then I'll bring it along the rim to the camera. How I'm routing below is through the glove compartment underneath, and you have two options. You can either connect it here through this, there's a cap here which you can make a hole in it and close it in, or in this case I'm just going to run it through down here and have it charging in there. Jenny opening her new present in her car.
No.
She can't do it.
It's not coming.
She's got a backup camera. It records. There it is. Nice.